So this shelf behind me is new, and it's because my girlfriend was moving and needed to get rid of it. And so I was taking a look at my vinyl records, and I was like, it fits perfect. And this is one of those IKEA Kallax dealios. And so I was like, well, this is absolutely perfect. And turns out it is, because right now, as of this recording, and it ain't gonna last for too much longer, but as of this recording, the entirety of my record collection fits corner to corner basically perfectly throughout this bookshelf. So you are seeing across, well, there's 2 down below you don't quite see, but there's 8 corners, and I've basically got 8 cubicles worth of vinyl, minus what I pulled out for the thing here. But it's only gonna, literally, it's ready to move on. So no more records are gonna fit in here, really. Maybe 1 or 2 if I want to, but we're gonna have to bring out another shelf. But nonetheless, isn't it awesome? It's kind of cool that I just sort of stumbled on it for free. So.
It's kind of similar to the ones that I have. Mine are not the IKEA. Mine are Better Homes and Gardens from Walmart, but it's the same thing. It's an IKEA Kallax like tame. It's 8 cubes. So they work great for records.
Well, here's the one thing. I have a carpeted living room, and it's an old house. And so it's most certainly not flat. Which means that if I just sort of put this bookshelf like you would normally do on the ground and then filled it full of records, it would almost certainly tip over at some point in the middle of the night. The weight of all 8 of these cubicles full of records is real intense. So what I ended up doing is I took a couple of ceramic tiles, frankly, that I shoved on the front portion of the bookshelf on the ground here to add as really additional bracing and to get rid of the softness of the carpet. And it does, in fact, ever so slightly push it back, but you kind of want that with the thing. And so it's just going against the wall all nicely as a result there. So.
Yeah, it looks really nice. So I was trying to figure it out. I'm like, you did something different, but I couldn't quite place it. But
yeah, it was exciting though. It's neat. As of this recording, we talked for weeks now, or episodes now, about how I was organizing my records, getting new outers, getting new inners, making sure they're all cataloged on Discogs. That work, as of this past week, is now done. As a matter of fact, I have 1 record left to give an outer sleeve to, and is that Amityville Sealed. I still have just a traditional outer on it that needs to get replaced. But once that's done, the entirety of my collection is now sorted up to 2025 style and looking pretty good, I think. Honestly, it looks a lot better than it when I started this process, and it's a lot cleaner and a lot better organized. I'm really glad I did all the work, even if it took basically 6 months.
It's amazing how long it takes to do that, and to especially just sleeve the stuff. I have a whole stack over there that I'm looking at that is just I'm like, I really got to get you sleeved. But
I went corner to corner and I went through every record. I gave it a listen. I gave it a catalog. I gave it an outer and inner. I didn't listen fully to every record because some records is I don't want to hear this right now, right?
Right. Well, exactly.
But everything at least got a clean and enough time on the record to have all the cleaning dry off and everything like that. And really just kind of get a sense of grading it too. I didn't do formal grading on Discogs, but just internally I was like, do I have any records that no longer play? Do I have any records that really need to be replaced? And find a few of those things. So, but it was a lot, but it really wasn't that bad either. And I discovered a lot for my collection that is going to be nothing but good for the show. So. Because I found a ton. We're going to talk about this later when we do an update for episode 10. Because in episode 10, we're going to do a check-in on some of the big things we've said. But one of them is, how many records do you have? And oh my gosh, was I incorrect back in episode 1. I had no idea how many records had been dropped from my Discogs catalog since I first did it in 2016.
Interesting.
Because I really hadn't looked until we started the show, and I just assumed, well, I entered it, it must still be there. And then when we did episode 1 and gave our numbers, I was like, well, that seems low, but I know I did the work, and this is what Discogs tells me it is. And now over the past year, as I've done this work, I probably missed 15%, maybe 20% of my entire catalog was just not in Discogs.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Well, now you're making me want to go through mine.
Well, we'll have our actual. Well, that's what I'm saying is I'll give you a number next episode when we do our check-in.
Right.
We'll tell how many each have. But if you and I started in the same place and I had 355 and you had 1,700 and we have the same percentage of it just got dropped over the years, you got a ton of work ahead of you.
Yes, I do. I'm kind of scared to think about that now, but okay.